Georgia. You know, hey, did I hit 4K? Chad, did I hit 4K? Hey, everybody. We in the motherfucking building, bruh. Chad, I think we're doing this live. All right, what do we got working on today? Ask me if I care. Do you care? Do you though? Ask me if I care. Good morning, man. I love the new name, dude. It's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, I like Frown Rice too, but you know, they both work. They both work out. They're both you. Oh man. Oh, I'm sleepy. Long nights, man. You know, this streaming stuff is hard work. It's hard work. It's hard work, especially when you're bad at it and you have to like really fight for it. So, you know what I mean? Just gotta keep on living. I know I have terrible latency right now, which sucks, but it is what it is. All right, so you're so entertaining, man. Thanks. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. I gotta figure out how to change the latency here. I don't know if I can change it while streaming. Streaming settings, video settings, output resolution, expected frame rate. Nope. Camera. I know, but it's delayed. The latency is terrible. I don't think I can do it. Let me Google it. Let's Google it here. How to lower what the fuck am I looking at? Stream delay while streaming on Streamlabs mobile. Low latency. But on mobile, I mean, I know how to do that on the other one. Like, I know how to do it on the computer. Low latency mode, yeah. Yeah, I know that. But how do we do it live on the mobile app? Let's see. Low latency Streamlabs mobile app. First you need to open up Streamlabs, go to settings. Audio quality set to very high. Output resolution set to 480. Wait, what? That'll change my latency? Is lowering the quality? What's up, geek? I mean, the latency's not too bad. Let's see. Hand up, hand down. Hand up, hand down. I guess it's not too bad. Work stream, yeah. Hopefully I don't break anything. And if I do, it'll be on camera. You know what I mean? So We got that. Yo, I saw that Janice wants a job at LSPD. Like, that's not Janice the smoker, the lady that talks like this. Hey, Martinez. Hey, how you doing, sweetheart? I can't wait to take you out to dinner tomorrow. It's like, Janice, we've been over this. You're barking up the wrong tree. Oh, that's okay, sweetheart. I'll bark up any tree. I don't know who plays Janice, that character, but holy crap. That is a funny ass character. Every time I see Janice Newport, I'm like, what's up, baby girl? How you doing? Just like flirting with her. It's better to flirt with her than to avoid her, because if you flirt with her, then she doesn't want to flirt with you anymore. See, I've learned. I've cracked the code. Cracked the woman code. If you want them, if you don't want them, act like you want them. You know what I mean? Let's go. Well, as long as you don't take any of the stuff that you find out of character into character, I think we'll be all right. We'll be all A-okay. A clip just went flying, and I don't know where the hell it went. You know, I really hate power seats because, fuck, they take forever, especially when you're in a hurry and you're trying to do stuff, and you're like moving the power seat, and it's just slowly going instead of grabbing that little bar and just. What's up, baby mama? Howdy, howdy, how you doing? Okay, we don't need this right now. Just gonna put this over there. All right, so I'm looking for a few wires. Ah, camera's falling. Okay, so I took all this off. Oh my God, Jesus. Okay, I gotta get this out of here. Get this rubber mat out of here. Because, you know, I'm not a big fan of rubber, so. So apparently I have a few wires that I have to get. He's chopping us. In here. But we shall see. We shall see. I have to go back to the computer because I don't fucking remember what wires they are or what the colors are. But I do know that they're all twisted together. So that will make life a tad bit easier. But apparently everything I need is in there. There's 6 sets of wires that I need to cut. 4 sets of wires. I'm sorry, 2 pairs of wires that I need to tie into. So we'll see what we got. Y'all gonna get a crotch shot here in a second. So we'll slice this open just a hair. See if we can't get to the wire, which is double layer. That's awesome. Cut it again. Expose all of the wires. So they did say that the wires that I needed are twisted together. However, these are twisted, these are twisted, these are twisted, these are twisted. These are twisted. These are twisted. These are twisted. These are twisted, these are twisted. These and these are twisted. So a majority of the wires that are in here are twisted together. Now, if history precedes me, what's up, Sailor? The thick wires, the really thick wire, this one here is mostly this, or most of the time, the wire that I need because it's the thickest. So it's for the factory subwoofer, and that's what we're going to tie in because we need the signal to go to the aftermarket subwoofer. But there is some active noise cancellation microphones in this car, And basically what it does is it takes the ambient noise from the outside and it records it, and it basically plays the opposite frequency of that to the speakers very faintly, so you can't hear the road noise. It's actually pretty awesome. But yeah, that's that. So I gotta go back to the computer. You guys can stay right there. I'll take chat with me, so you guys can still talk to me, and I can talk to you, but I don't have to move the camera. Let me log into the computer real quick. All right, I need to print this out. So all the wires are there. Front speaker wire. Okay, so I just need to basically print all this out. Okay, so we will print. And then print whatever the fuck I don't know. I don't know. We're printing something. Dude, I went to Dunkin' Donuts and got one of those energy spark drinks that they have. Holy shit. Bro, you're still in the city is fucking crazy. Holy crap, dude. Okay, I printed something out and that's not what I wanted. Dude, the city's fun, man. Okay, printed this out. This is also not what I wanted. Come on. Come on, printer. Take your time. There we go. Okay, so that kind of printed out what I needed. Hopefully. Okay, so there's 3 sets of ANC microphones that are twisted up in the A pillar, but it's also saying here that there's 3 twisted pairs of ANC wires. Wait a minute, hold on. I think I fucked up, actually. Now it's telling me that the twisted pairs are not here. Not when your friend says, fuck you. Okay, apparently I have to go to the A pillar to cut those ANC microphone wires, but let me re-look at this install guide here. We don't need a wrap shutdown because we're doing a cool line output converter. Okay, here we go. So here's a picture of it. Wiring for the Bose system can be found in the door sill plate in the rear door. There are also 3 noise cancellation wires in this bundle. And I wish I had a phone. I can take a picture of it, but I can't. So it looks like yellow and green. Okay, so it's gonna be like a green and green black, a blue and a gray, and a brown and a yellow brown, something like that. Hold on. You know, SWAT, real friends don't tell you to fuck off, all right? Okay, so I think it's this one here. Then it's like a brown. Yeah, maybe this one. See, that's the problem is I don't know. I don't want to just start cutting these bad boys. So let's go back to the drawing board here. Okay, so if I gotta cut those, and they're the same color here. Blue and yellow. Okay, we'll see if we can find those wires here. Hold on. So we got blue and blue with yellow, green green with black, and gray blue and gray brown. I already forgot the colors and I haven't even made it to the car yet. So there's the blue and the blue yellow. I already forgot what the fuck I said. Shit. Chad, you guys gotta help me. Help me remember what the fuck I'm saying, because I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm new to this. I'm fucking new to this. Let me see, can I pull it up on here? No, I can't. Yeah, I wish it would just tell me the freaking colors instead of give me an ugly picture. So it looks like blue, black, blue, yellow. Cool. Green, white, and green, black. You know, this would be a lot easier if two people were here. Green, black, and green, white. See, I don't have that here. Now it is plausible that the wiring colors changed. Colors from here to there. Because the picture that I'm showing shows them in the A pillar, but this is definitely one of the colors. Is what it's saying. So let me go back here. Let's go back to this picture. What's cut is like a tan. A tan and green, really. Brown and greens. But they gotta be tiny. That's the thing. So I have these greens, which is also tiny. These are the same gauge wiring. This one's a little thicker. Oh, here we go. They're further down. So I think I found the three wires. There's a green, gray, and a blue. So I'm pretty sure that these are it, but we don't know for sure. What kind of amp am I installing? Jeremy's nothing crazy. It is a Rockville. Now this is a customer's only equipment. This is a Rockville, where is it at? Rockville 10-inch sub-amp combo. So it's the SS10P. It's all-in-one kind of thing. Hey, it's what the customer wants, man. And sometimes we just gotta do what the customer wants, you know? But right now I'm trying to disconnect the ANC mic, which I think are right here in the right rear quarter panel, or right rear sill plate. I do know my factory subwires are here, so. Factory subwires are going to be blue and brown with blue, which are right here. Blue, brown, blue, and yellow black, which are also right here. So here's my two fronts. Obviously, we are going to test and verify, right? Just because the paperwork says that that is what it is, doesn't necessarily mean that that is what it is. So we'll go over here and we'll check for ohms first. Make sure that these are, well, this is a Bose system, so it's going to be roughly 2 ohms. And that one actually checks out 2.2, which is still good. So that's most likely one of the speakers. And then we'll take a little chunk out of here and test the other speaker. So we'll pop it into here. That one should read pretty similar to 2.2. Yeah, 2.2, 2.3, right on the dot. So now that we have those verified, that those are the right ohm load, same color, right ohm load. Now I just need to find a speaker popper, which someone has seemed to borrowed and misplaced. So I'll go ahead and borrow one back. This is a simple speaker popper. It also shows if the phase is in or out. So you can actually, it's got a little microphone on here. You can actually tell if you have it up to the speaker while you're popping it. If your positive and negative polarity is correct, it'll say that the phase is out. And then if they're backwards, it'll say that the phase is in. So yeah, I hear a speaker popping up there, and I hear a speaker popping over there. So those are going to be my 2 speaker wires that I'm going to tie into for the signal, which I'll grab that line output converter now and go ahead and start wiring that up. So the cool thing about the line output converter that we're using, it's a Kicker product. It's called a KissLock, and makes for really easy installs sometimes, because if you ground it, you also get an amp turn-on wire. Now, a lot of the Kicker amps use DC offset for amp turn-ons, meaning basically they take that speaker wire signal and turn the amp on and off. But this one actually gives you an amp turn-on, because it's taking the speaker signal and basically converting it into an amp turn on to turn on and off with the car. Now, while that's a good and a bad thing, a lot of times you get feedback, like when you close the door, the speaker shakes, which then will like turn these on and stuff. But don't think we'll have too much problem with that. I will need to extend these wires just a lot. I mean, a tad bit. So let me grab some wire over here on my bench. Grab some tools. Okay, what do I need? Some positive and negatives. I like to use gray and white for my colors, just because it's, I don't know, the front speakers that we're tying into. Now the reason why we're getting the wiring from back here is the factory amplifiers in the back wall, and all of the wiring for the front door speakers are going through that little channel. So it just makes sense, instead of having to pull the radio out or pull the back seat out to try and get to that factory amplifier. You can just catch them in the kick panel, which is nice. And plus, you also need to get the ANC microphones and disable them by cutting the wire for the ANC mics. And it's all right here too. So it's like a win-win. So it's quite nice. Okay, so I have all my wire here. So yeah, let's go ahead and start tying into this here. Now you don't want to cut the wire. You could. It wouldn't kill it. Wouldn't hurt it, but I just like to keep them intact. All right, I got somebody coming back here. What up, dude? What you need? Nothing? Oh. Usually when y'all come back here, you need something.
No, Eliana, is that her name? Eliana, I think, is out there. I was walking by, she goes, do you know anything about car fires? I don't. So I built an app for her. I go, I can see if there's a couple of guys in the bay, but if it's just you, then I don't care about it.
Yeah, John called out, so.
He called off.
Yeah. So we're double tapping it today.
Are you recording yourself?
Live streaming it, yeah.
Oh, shoot. I shouldn't be cussing.
You can say it, it's fine.
They can't hear you?
They can. Got this lovely little microphone here. They picks up everything pretty well actually. Check it. Oh well, the speakers on my laptop suck, but yeah, no, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, give me a second, chat. I'm gonna mute my shit real quick. All right, chat. Sorry, is anybody still here? Hello? Test, test. Is this thing working? Hello? Okay. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. Jayla, what's up? Yeah, sorry. I had a customer come in here and they were talking a lot. And I think I muted the microphone. I don't know. Anyways, so back to what we were doing. This is one of the reasons why installs take so long. Is one, it's Friday, right? Two, I'm by myself, and three, we don't have like people that are as good at selling the equipment as we are. I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but for front speaker wire, it's gonna be blue. Blue is positive. Brown with blue is negative. So this will be my negative. I did. All right, good. Yeah, I don't have any like be right back screens or scenes or anything like that. So yeah, pretty basic stuff. Just a little military splice on the factory sub wire. Let me get some tape. Should we solder it? Yes and no. It's not a crucial connection, so it's not necessary to solder it. Now, if you're doing like a remote start that you're tying into the car's main ignition or cutting a starter wire for whatever reason, then highly advise you solder your connections. But I'm not cutting anything. I'm simply just tying into it. And again, it's not like a crucial part. Okay, this isn't gonna mess up the speakers or anything like that. We're literally just grabbing the alternating current speaker signal and converting it into an RCA signal with this guy, because the amplifier has an RCA. Actually, you know what? I'm pretty sure that amplifier can do high level. And Jeremy, correct me if I'm wrong, if you know anything about car audio. A lot of these built-in amplifiers / subwoofers have high level inputs, which it does. So technically I don't need a line output converter, but I don't have a plug for this high level input, so we're gonna need to install it anyways. Yeah, I don't have a plug. An H plug. Would you be mad if I said yes? No. Then yes. Now I'm very mad. Fuck. Just doing a little how-to, that's all.
That's fine. Cleanest install and work with in the game.
For now. For the next.
Take it all the way down to Alabama?
Alabama. Well, Mississippi, but yeah.
Mississippi, sorry.
They are. All right, yeah, I'll be moving to Mississippi soon, chat. Actually, movers are supposed to come at the end of this month and come pack up all of our stuff, put it on an 18-wheeler, and haul it down to damn Mississippi, all the way from Chicago. It's gonna be a crazy drive, man. And we got 3 vehicles too, so I'm trying to sell one before we leave, but I don't know if that's gonna work. So we might have to rent a trailer and trailer one. My wife's probably gonna have to drive a car. I'm gonna have to drive a car, the one that has a, you know, the car on the trailer. Now I had a piece of tape and I don't know where the fuck it went. And this happens to me a lot. Why Mississippi? We're gonna be like near the Gulf. My wife got stationed over there. Chat, if I never teach you anything in life, this is going to be a helpful tool for you when using electrical tape. Okay, this is hard work, right? I'm trying to move all this around. But if you grab your tape, now watch closely. You grab your tape, okay, and you roll it backwards. And you keep rolling it backwards, tight, 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 tight. And and you cut it off, and you end up with something like this. It's sticky on the outside. This is so much easier to work with than this. So when you're in tight spots like this, look how easy this is. You can just roll it, and then you can roll them together if you want. And then look at that. Look at that. It's clean. So, remember that, okay? Next time that you're fumbling with tape, remember that. Remember that little tidbit. All right? All right, so that was my front left speaker. This is my front right. We've already verified, we've tested resistance for 4 ohms, or I'm sorry, 2 ohms because it's amplified, so it's gonna have a lower resistance. We've also used a speaker popper, which I have down here below, for to verify that those are actually the speakers. They're either gonna be speakers or they're either gonna be airbag wires. And luckily, the airbags didn't deploy. So we got the right speaker wire. So now I'm just cutting. They call it military splice, where you basically just cut the cover off the wire. I said cut the cover off the wire. Thank you. Cut this off where you just have an exposed piece of copper. And then my wiring diagram says that yellow black is negative, which we got this black wire here. Strip a little bit, and then you're supposed to split the wire in half and then feed your new wire through it. That's like a proper military splice, but we don't, you know, like I said earlier, it's not crucial, okay? As long as it's there, it's grabbing the signal, it's fine. It's easily fixable if we ever need to fix it, but we're not gonna need to fix it. Don't forget to get our tape ball here. Tape it up real nice, easy to maneuver. Save it for later. That's our negative speaker wire. Then we have our positive one, which we're going to do the same thing. Use our Olfa knife to cut very carefully just the sleeve off of it. Bam, see? Just the yellow sleeve off of it. Grab our other wire, strip that, come back over here, do another military splice. Just put the wires next to each other and then just wrap it around tight as possible. And then we use the electrical tape again to protect the wire from touching any sort of metal, which could potentially cause damage to the radio and or the speaker. And then I just go around that with some tape and then go around everything else with some tape. Now, we got our 2 speaker wires hooked up, which is going to go to our line output converter, which is going to go back here. We're going to take our RCAs and run these to the amp, which we have to find a spot to put the amp. We ground this, so we have our 2 speaker wire. If we ground it, it will give us an amp turn-on wire. So that's pretty cool. How you doing, Ella? What's up, baby girl? How you doing? So I like to tape these together because I used white black and gray black, and I don't want the blacks to mix up. So I don't, I want to make sure I grab the right positive and negative for the right, the right speakers. So I just tape these up just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Maybe something like this. Bam. That's done. Tape this up. Got me blushing. What's up, baby girl? You like that? All right, all right. All right, I'll keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Anyway, let's stay on track. Okay, let's not try and soil ourselves here. All right. So we got these two coming out here, which we'll cut and strip. And when we do that, that's going to allow us to tie in our line output converter. So we'll just twist the wires a little bit, make them nice and hard. Pause. We'll come through here and come through here. So now we got these two. I know butt connectors, people are like, oh my God, why are you using butt connectors? Why are you not soldering? Again, it's not a crucial part of the install. I mean, you can, all right, say less. Twist these wires off, twist these wires off. This is gonna be white and white with black, which white is gonna go to white, and white with black is gonna go to just solid black. The black's gonna be indicating that it's a negative part of the wire. White is gonna be the positive. Bam, that's it. That is it in a nutshell. Gotta come over here, do the same thing, cut it around the same spot, do our two strips. Bam and a bam. Twist our wires together to create a thicker connection when we're crimping down with these little guys. Put the butt connector in, butt connector in, crimp and crimp. Then we'll take our line output converter, pull those off, because those are like pre-stripped, but they leave the sleeve on there. I don't know, it's kind of cool, but just kind of annoying. Gray is going to be to gray, that's your positive. Black is going to go to your gray with black, which is your negative. Now we just need to ground this, which we'll probably just hit it with a screw down here. I'm going to extend it also, and then the remote wire is going to go to the amp, which again, we have to figure out where the fuck we're going to put this. So see, I fucked up. I should have cut this one a lot shorter, but I didn't, which is fine. It does make a huge deal. We can always just kind of make a little service loop, right? Now that looks a little bit cleaner. We'll put some zip ties on it. Call it a fucking day. So let me get some black for a new ground for the line output converter. I'll need a butt connector for that to connect to the amp. And then might as well go ahead and get the RCAs and the remote wire from our amp kit, which our amp kit today is going to be a 8 gauge 600 watt max oxygen free copper. Now that's very important. Oxygen free copper amp kit. That's going to help reduce any sort of oxidation and corrosion in the system, in the audio system's power lines in the future. Now, it's not going to completely prevent it, right? But it'll definitely assist. All right, so I got all these. I need this. Where's my butt connector? Right here. Okay, so I got the required wiring and tools that I need. I got my 2 butt connectors so I can extend my ground. I have my ground. This is my ground. My strippers. I have my remote wire, which I'm going to run to the amp. I have my ring terminal, my self-tapping screw, and my star washer. I miss the days of being an installer, but my bag doesn't. Bro, tell me about it, man. Did they say butt connector? You said butt connector. Okay, relax. All right, you guys, relax. Jeremy, I appreciate you being here, man. I don't get much love on Kick as of right now, but we're gonna change that here pretty soon. Anyway, so we put the butt connector on the black wire because we're gonna extend that, and then we're also putting a butt connector on the blue wire. And then this is our extended blue wire. So we'll cut the little thing off of there. And then, oh, you follow under a different name on Twitch? Well, I appreciate you being there on Kick, man. Fuck, that shit's awesome, dude. Thanks for the follow on Twitch too, man. All right, so we're extending our blue wire by putting it in the butt connector. So basically this is done now, okay? So now we can take our long RCA, plug it in, bam bam. What's up, Zala? How are you? Thank you for the emotional RP the other day. It's fucking awesome. So I gotta run this probably to the driver's side. Yeah, Kick's the same. And then I'm gonna run this with it. I need to clean this up because this looks like an absolute clusterfuck. But I'll be right back. I'll put it in your butt connector. Hey, yo, don't tempt me with a good time now. All right, so I'm at the workbench getting some zip ties. I have a bundle of zip ties. I like to bundle my zip ties. I don't know if anybody else does this, but I like to do this. I grab a bunch of zip ties, and then I grab a big zip tie, and then I zip tie my zip ties together. Thanks, you've been so supportive. Okay. We're just trying to make some drama, man. And chat be eating it up too, man. All right, so let's get this good to go. Let's go ahead and get our RCAs and our remote wire together. The page you're having is being an asshole. Always cut your zip ties flush, because if you don't, you're a fucking asshole for that. Okay, so we're getting there. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Hi on both. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know how to. I don't know. The only way I can see Kick chat right now is because it's on the screen of Twitch. Yeah, it's crazy. It's off the content. That's right, man. It doesn't matter. Honestly, I don't care who goes where for what reason. It doesn't fucking matter. As long as you're having fun and RP and smile, that's all that matters. And if we can make some drama about it, even if you're wrong, even if I'm wrong, I don't care. Like, let's roll with this shit. All right, so I gotta figure out a way to go all back here. Oh my god, there's no fucking room back here. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna stuff this back here for right now. Okay, get this just out of the way. Put them on one chat if you want. I'll have to do it later. I'm already behind. I love everyone in the PD. Yeah. You have so many on the regular police force. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. We just you gotta make it fun, man. You gotta make it fun. All right, let me up this seat. Let's get some of this wire out of the way. We're gonna go ahead and shove this back here. Okay, that's gonna go back there. This is gonna go over here. We still have to cut some wiring here. Both police and crims, yeah. I think we got a pretty good community here, man. We got a lot of the shitters out of there. I mean, there's always going to be shitters, but... Alright, so we're going to cut this black wire. Fold it. I like to fold it in half, get a little bit more bite when I put my ring terminal on there. Bam. Crimp. Now I need a drill. Oh. But I appreciate you guys just, stopping by, telling me how great I am, you know, making my head bigger than it actually is, or than it already is. All right, so we're gonna make a ground right here. Easy, easy. I don't want to hear anybody say that I didn't scratch the paint before I made my ground. You can eat a dick. Again, this is not a crucial part of the install. It's all right. It is all right. But gonna put that ground. Bada bing. Now we still have to cut these wires. There's 3 ANC microphone wires that we have to cut. I don't know exactly which ones they are, so we'll have to do that later. That'll probably be the last fucking thing I do. I'm hanging out, but I don't know about you being great. I guess we'll see what happens. All right. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. All right, so let's get this put in here. All right, so basically all of our shit is gonna go in here, and that's gonna clip on, that's gonna go on, panel's gonna be on, everything's gonna be good and great and grand. So, from what I remember, this customer wants this shit. Oh God. Chat, I'm messing up royally right now. Hold on. Bear with me. Close your eyes. I need a fucking GoPro or something so I can put on my fucking, on my chest. Okay, he wants an amp somewhere in this package tray, I do believe. Let's see. I'll tell you one thing, if this amp doesn't work, it won't be because of my install. Boy. So, probably gonna put it right there. It didn't come with any mounting, so it's literally just gonna chill right there. I'm gonna drill a hole in the back of this so I can run my wiring up and through here. I kind of want to put it this way. But because this thing's gonna be just fucking sliding around, man. The bracket, I guess it was used. I don't know, it didn't have any bracket. Yeah, if it doesn't work, it's not gonna be because of the install. It's gonna be because of the equipment. Can I move this? Or is this bolted? This ain't even bolted down. All right. It won't fit underneath the driver or the passenger seat. That was like my first option. However, the reason being is because I love everyone in PD. Hell yeah. The reason being is, one, this is a GMC Sierra, right? So it's already fully loaded, which means it comes with power seats, which they have motors underneath the seat, and they're like almost touching the ground. So that's gonna be a no-go for that. Now, if it was manual seats and there wasn't shit underneath there, super easy to do. Throw it underneath the seat, throw some Velcro on there, fucking call it a day. But unfortunately, we don't have that. Did you test bench it? Not usually. We don't typically have a whole lot of shit that doesn't work. Could I have? Yeah. Should I have? I mean, yes and no. The he wants it done, right? So that's a fact, right? He wants it done. Whether this works or not is irrelevant, because if it doesn't work, then he can just buy something else, one similar, or return this, and the wiring and everything's already going to be here, right? So the install is going to be flawless, and it's going to be done right. So that's not something to worry about. Getting all the wires and everything run to the battery, all that stuff, can already be done and set, ready to go. Whether this works or not, I mean, we'll cross that bridge later. And it's not, I don't know, you bring me stuff that works. Where'd you buy this from? The pawn shop? Fuck. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking about Velcroing it to the bottom, since we don't have any sort of mounting brackets, unfortunately, for this. All right, so it's my amplifier. Pretty easy. Power to the battery. Remote is that blue wire that we just ran. Ground is a ground. My RCAs that I also ran with that blue wire. This is my higher level input, which we didn't have this plug. If we had this plug, we wouldn't need to hook up that line output converter, but we don't have this plug. And then the remote is basically a bass knob. Obviously, it's not this bass knob. I don't know if it came with one, but we'll cross that bridge here in a second. So this is my ground. We like to color code it. So the surface isn't great here, but I'm going with a dark cherry brown. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Sounds hot as fuck. Also, Ella, if you're still here, I want to get another microphone so I can we can dual stream when we go to TwitchCon. Be both mic'd up, both cheeked up on a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Or what is it? Caked up on a Tuesday, something like that. So I like to do a little bit of extra stuff. Love you. Have a great stream. Order it. All right. We need some tools. Chat, we ain't got no fucking tools. Oh yeah, we do. Where'd I put them? Oh, they're over here. All right, so get that cut off. Get this stripped just a little bit, right? Then I like to put these in there. Oops, these are called ferrules. So it basically goes on like that, but we'll strip just a little bit more, get some more bite in there. Yeah. Sorry about that shit. Customer coming in here asking questions. I hopefully muted. Let me have a great stream. All right, we're back. Okay, so I don't know where everything went. I'm just gonna leave my microphone unmuted when I deal with these customers. Fuck it. As long as they don't say my name, we'll be all right. Yours muted? I didn't hear anything at all. All right, good, good, good. Yeah, I try to you know, some people, they don't really feel comfortable, I guess you would say, with being on camera or audio recorded or whatever. Stupid customer one. I mean, he's putting a radio in an old pontoon boat, and the radio that's in that pontoon boat is like, I don't know, it's a weird size. And he doesn't know what he's doing, so I had to explain everything. What's that? Water filter? Oh no.
The Metra 8 gauge.
The AK8. Do we only have one in stock? Because you might have to no pick it. Unless this guy bought it. I don't know if this guy bought it.
9084 is the SKU. Well, that might be out on the floor then?
Well, it's this,
Yeah.
and he just hasn't rang it up yet. Or we just haven't rang it up yet. Because I didn't know if this was gonna work.
Did he place it? Did he?
No.
Okay.
Come on. Yeah, he dropped the car off last night, and I didn't get a chance to talk to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to no pick it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll make this one.
Okay, sorry. Great. What are the odds that this customer that I'm working on his car, he's like, I'll pay for it when I get back. And friends don't let friends install car stereos, yeah. See, Jeremy, I can only see that, and Kiko got some city questions, yeah. Like, I can't see the rest of my Twitch chat, which is weird. Or the rest of my Kick chat. So if you said something before that, I missed it. Yeah, but what are the odds this customer is using this amp kit? He said he'll pay for it later. And someone ordered that same amp kit, and it was the last one we had in stock. So now we had to basically tell the other customer that we don't have it. Bam. So that'll be my secured connection. Then we come over here. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Where's my ground? Go ahead and get my ground cut as well. Bada bing, bada boom. Put that in there. That's going to be good enough. Bro, you're telling me, man. That shit wild. But it's like we only had one in stock, and this is the one that I'm using, and then someone just happened to order it on, online during this install. It's like I told this guy that I'd let him pay for it when he picked it up. Hold on, I got a phone call. I might mute, I might not. I don't know yet. Geek Squad's car install. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. What year was the Tahoe again? 05. So your mechanic could be right. There is a module that we put in, or that anybody put in when they install that radio in that specific car. Sometimes they go bad whenever you jumpstart the vehicle. We've seen that like the internal relay kind of just fries, and it keeps the radio from either turning off or it keeps the radio from turning on. So he probably disconnected that to to check any issues. A lot of your vehicle's data actually goes through the factory radio, and since we removed it, we had to put this expensive harness in place. And if that's bad, then your car's just going to freak out because, like I said, everything kind of runs through that radio, believe it or not. So, yeah. We can do today at 2, or if you're free on Saturday, or I mean tomorrow, we can do tomorrow. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. And the phone number is the one that you're calling on. Okay, got you here. Actually, let me see if we have that harness in stock, because I'd hate for you to come up here for us to switch the harness out. We don't even have the harness. 05 Tahoe. Yeah, GM11. Yeah, I have one in stock right here. All right, I will put you in here for 2 o'clock. If it's just swapping this module, it shouldn't take longer than like 30 minutes, honestly. Yeah. All righty. Yeah, no problems, man. We'll see you then. Bro, you gotta be kidding me.
Are you sure this guy didn't place this order?
What's the guy's name?
I don't know.
No, he couldn't have. Because we said that he can pay for it whenever he picks it up. But that's a mistake.
All right, so I have to no-pick this one too? Is that the only one we have that?
Yep, yep. Yeah, let me double check. What are the odds, man, that somebody's buying the same stuff? I mean, this is very common equipment, so well, it says we have 3 of these in stock. But I think that is false. Oh, no. Awesome. All right, so let me. Yep, I gotta put this guy in for an appointment for a radio so we can check it out later. Some of the Chevy Tahoe's got bad radio. His mechanic, my mechanic said that you guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Oh shit, I put it for 245. Shit. Set it for 2. Cool. All right. Back to the drawing board and whatever the fuck I was saying. So if I get arrested in city and I have a weapons license, does that poof as soon as I get charged? No. Well, depends on what you got charged with. Now, if you have a weapons license and you didn't use it in a crime, you didn't use your weapon in a crime, or you didn't have an unregistered weapon, then I wouldn't have took your license from you. Now, if you shot at cops with a registered firearm, then that's on you. You should definitely go to jail, and your license should definitely be revoked. But it's all situational, man. I need more info on that one. What kind of heinous crimes are you doing, man? All right, let me get my base knob here. All right, go ahead and plug this in. Okay, I'm gonna tape this up just cause it's yes, it's already a darkened color, but so it depends on the crime. It depends on the crime that you're allegedly charged for. Technically, they don't have to pull your if it was a felony and I deserve to have it revoked, then yeah. But I mean, technically, we don't have to revoke your weapon license, or if like we forget, it's not an automatic system. They have to go in and actually manually revoke your license. I mean, I don't think the script automatically revokes your license because I've seen people with felonies before and they still have their weapon license. But it depends, you know. If it's felony speeding, I wouldn't take your weapon license away for it, you know. Situational, I guess. Situational. You can always come. You can always come bitch to me about it. I'll get it fixed. No, don't do that. I'm just joking. All right, so put the camera up. Coming over here to get a flashlight because it's fucking dark in there. I got this Harbor Freight fucking flashlight. That's cool for like 30 minutes. I wish it did last longer, but trying to keep these more flashlight or okay, hold on. What? I gotta make sure I get the right spelling on that one. All right, let there be light. Okay, so I need to get the light from over there. Flash. Well, technically both, but we don't talk about the other one. All right. All right. So, hold on one sec, chat. I'm not gonna be able to look at you guys, especially Kick. I'm not gonna be able to read your message if you say anything right now. Get a grabber. I barely know her. Flashlight horde takes on a whole new meaning. But right now it's a flashlight, yeah. Chat, if you're in this field or any related field, and you don't have 3 giant zip ties tied together, are you really doing this job correctly? You know what I'm saying? I got a giant zip tie. Look at this thing. I don't even know where it's going. But it's going. Check that out. So now, all this stuff right here can get zip tied together. I know I'm a little off camera, but I'll move it just a wee bit. Okay, so let me untangle this remote wire because it's always fucking tangled up. Oh my God, my laptop just fell. Scared me. It scared me. Good thing I got protection on it. Alright, so we're going to zip tie the RCAs to the end of this. I know we're going to tape the RCAs to the end of this zip tie. That's what I meant. Badam and badam and badam. And then we'll tie in this other one. And also, whoops, the remote wire. Okay, so now that we have all these zip ties, all these taped up together, we can now fish. I said fish some wire underneath. Oh my God. Look at that. Would you just look at it? Would you just look at it, chat? Look at that. All right. Untangle this a little bit more. Go ahead and pull this. Tuck that underneath the carpet, and you'll never see it again. Okay. So now we got our RCAs in the middle, and we need to continue our journey. This way. I'm gonna go around because it's easier, más fácil, more easier. Let me get my laptop so I can read you guys. Yeah, we'll take this with it. Come on. Bazinga. Cha-chinga. Now we have a whole lot of extra wire that I don't know what to do with, honestly. I mean, the remote wire we can cut down to size. That's not a problem. But this RCA, we can't. I mean, we could cut it down to size. That's just a lot more work because that's a signal. You know, that's a alternating current signal, and you'd want to solder to that. I don't really want to solder anything today. Okay, so a follow-up question: if you arrest me, you took my gun and charged me with a felony, how would you demonstrate probable cause in the fact I did not have a license at the time of the arrest? Wait. If you arrest me and took your gun and charged you with a felony, how would you demonstrate probable cause? The fact that I didn't have a license at the time? Whew. Body cam to check your profile when they were jailing you to see if you had a weapon license. I guess the main question is, did you use your gun in a crime? Did you use your registered firearm in a crime? Probable cause for the felony is lack of a license. I mean, yes. I guess I'd have to ask more questions face to face with you. If there's no evidence that you used a gun in a crime, then why are we taking your license away? That's like if you got a DUI, they're not going to take your weapon license away. I'm confused on why your weapon license was taken if you didn't in fact use your weapon in a crime. I feel like there's more to that story. Because, like, we're not going to take your weapon license if you're speeding, only if you use your weapon in a crime. No witness, no body cam, no nothing. I may have never had one. I want to argue that you can't prove I never did to get rid of the gun charge and get your firearm back. I want to argue that you can't prove that I never had one. Well, they would look up your name in the profile in the MDT to see if you were a registered firearm holder. And if you weren't, then they're going to take any weapon that you have on you. So that would be the only proof that they would have, is that they looked up your profile in the NDT and said, you know, this scumbag didn't have a weapon license, but he had a gun on him. Whether you use that gun in a crime or not is irrelevant. The fact that you had a weapon without a weapon license is the point here that I'm trying to make. What's up, OG? Triple OG? How you doing, baby? Living life? Loving it? Yeah, because the MDT will say if you have a weapon license or not. Dang, call sign up in this bitch too? Jesus. Showing me some love today on the IRLs. I wub it. I wub it. Oh man, I just switched the camera on accident. Yo, it's call sign's birthday, bro. You going live today? Bro, you need to go live on your birthday, man, and announce that shit, dog. Spread the love. Happy birthday, man. Last day of school, man, that's bittersweet. Bittersweet, dude. Some bittersweet shit right there. If you shoot your gun, go swimming, bruh. No, I think it's just the fact that you had a weapon and you don't have a license for it. Whether you use it in a crime or not, that's the thing. If I go on Xbox. Dude, happy fucking birthday, man. I don't know the time limit on the GSR though. Like, I don't know how long it will take for GSR to be removed. But that's irrelevant though, man. If you get pulled over for probable cause of doing anything and you consent to a search, and they find a gun on you, man, then you're not a legal firearm holder. You can't have a gun, man. Whether you're being a scumbag or not, man. You, sir, cannot legally carry a firearm. Unfortunately. Claim was 10 minutes. Plan on disproving that, but I wanted to make sure that I'm not facing a script limit or something. Bro, you can always argue, though. I want some court RP so bad. I will literally argue about anything. Even if I'm wrong, I will argue that shit. We need court RP in the city so bad. I've been pushing people to do bench trials. Yeah, that's what I do for a living. I install shit. I'm a part-time streamer. I'd love to go full-time, but you know, that really depends on the community. Yeah, I honestly think the script will allow you to just get seen by medical to get GSR taken off you, which is kind of dumb. Or I think it's if you flat back, like if you're dead, then you get revived. There's no gunshot residue. But again, I don't know, nor do I condone power gaming. Okay, let that be known. Clip it, ship it. Kiko does not condone power gaming. You gonna come all the way over here? Well, I'm moving to Mississippi, so Chicago's in my rear view mirror right now. I will be in Mississippi at the beginning of the year. I mean, at the beginning of next month is when we're moving. Yeah, unfortunately. Bittersweet. New opportunities, new chances, new friends. I will be near one of my friends that I met through RP. So that's kind of cool. Very cool. Okay, so all that's going to be hidden. Has to be one of those three things, yeah. Okay, so what am I doing here? I need to find a place for all of this. But I'm not gonna lie, I might end the stream here pretty soon because I'm a little far behind where I want to be. I don't want to say it's your guys' fault, but just a 10-minute claim was kind of sus, yeah. No, this is a customer's vehicle, yeah. I would be installing some cooler stuff if it was mine. Okay, so that can get tucked up underneath there. Typical Gus lighting chat. Gus lighting is funny. That's actually funny. Give me a second here. Okay, I'm actually I'm gonna end the stream. It's already noon, and I'm further behind than I want to be with this install. As much as I love talking to you guys, I really got to focus on this. So, with that being said, my buddy runs a wiretap from the trunk to the front from under the carpet, pulls everything that way. I mean, yeah. I have a wire tape, or it's a giant zip tie. Thanks for asking me. I'm sure I'm gonna encounter it soon enough one day. Enough in the city. Yeah, no, I'm out of here. I'm gonna get out of here. No, this is some old dude's truck, actually. But guys, thanks. Let's go raid somebody. Who can we raid? Who can we raid? Who's live? Dang, Zala's killing it. Henry's live? Alright, we'll do MLB. /raid MLB 20XX. Was that not it? Wait, raid MLB. Oh, I typed it in wrong. 20XX. Shit, look at that big ass forehead. I got bowling on. God damn, bro. What the fuck? Call sign coming in here. Fucking rough. Anyways. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Peace.